Oracle wins the bid for TikTok. Does that make any sense to you whatsoever? Let's just imagine that, let's roll the clock back to basically 2018. The federal government, the Pentagon, put out a $10 billion contract for bringing their cloud computing system, their artificial intelligence, everything that is very important to the Pentagon in the future, out for bid. The four major players in that contract was Microsoft, Amazon, Oracle, and IBM. IBM and Oracle were pushed out of it, and so the contract came down to Amazon and Microsoft. Earlier this year, it was decided that Microsoft would get the contract. Amazon had sued because they said it was improper. They were better suited to do it. Well, wasn't near as noted, but Oracle had sued as well. They had said that they were more suited for it, and they should have gotten the contract. Well, last Friday, Microsoft backed out and said, we don't want TikTok after all. As a result, that left it going to Oracle. Had a lawsuit also against the Pentagon, as well as the one from Amazon. It was dismissed at the same time on September the 4th. Now, does all this kind of sound kind of fishy? That Microsoft got the Pentagon $10 billion contract. Amazon and Oracle are upset, and there's negotiations back and forth about this thing called TikTok. Now, if you read Oracle's description on Wikipedia of what they do, they are a company that sells database software technology, cloud engineering systems, enterprise software products, particularly its large brands in database management systems. In anywhere in there, did you hear the word social media? I didn't. Do they have any basis for bringing that into their business plan? Is this going to strengthen Oracle in any way? Is this going to make them a bigger player in the future for their primary business of database management? I don't think so. Could it even be a diversion that would make it difficult? If you and I are in the boardroom with Larry Ellison, who is one of the founders and one of the wealthiest men in the United States, and he said, "Hey, let's go get involved in this TikTok thing." I don't think that happened. I think the phone rang. We're sorry we weren't able to give you that Pentagon $10 billion contract, but we got something else we'd like to give you. We'd like to give you TikTok. What the hell do we want TikTok for? It's just going to be a diversion. It's just going to be a news. Wait a second, Larry. There's more to it than that. There's something else down the line that you're going to be helping us. You're going to be helping us kind of divert this thing from China. Well, wait a second, whoever he was talking to. Why don't you just give it to Microsoft? We already gave Microsoft the Pentagon contract. Well, then give it to Facebook. We can't give it to Facebook because we just had them up here in front of the Judicial Committee because they were gobbling up everybody and the competition wasn't fair. We can't give it to Facebook. Oh, so what's in it for me, Larry says. I don't know the answer to that question. I really don't. But I'm pretty certain I've connected the dots. This has nothing to do with TikTok. I fully suspect that TikTok is just something that will disappear in 5 years. So, with that all being said, did you hear about the party at Facebook? This opens the door for Facebook to take their platform and make it the replacement for TikTok, if they so choose to. I don't know that they will. TikTok reminds me of a TV show that was back, I guess, probably in the 70s called Laugh-In. It was the birth of Goldie Hawn. It was two stand-up comedians, Rowan and Martin hosted it. And it was the talk of the TV world. Everybody watched it. It was probably on Saturday night or something like that. And they had these doors open up, and somebody'd stick their head out, and then somebody'd throw a pie in their face, and it was just a big hit. I think that's what TikTok is. It did its run, it got its excitement, and then it disappeared. And it's Goldie Hawn's still around. Her daughter is in movies as well. But I think that's what TikTok is. I don't think it's anything that is going to change anybody's world other than maybe Facebook's. Again, I believe they're partying at Facebook because Facebook is the king of social media. If you said, okay, if it was you who had made the decision, who would this be the best fit for? TikTok. Well, it's a social media platform, so Facebook. It's a video platform, so maybe Google and YouTube. I think they're partying at Google, too. I think they're partying at YouTube because this makes no sense whatsoever. So, like I said in this morning's letter, it's beginning to concern me a bit that the decisions and the futures of the companies that I am part owner of are not being made so much in the board of directors meetings or the primary executives meetings of the companies that I am part owner of. The decisions are being made in Washington, D.C. The decisions are politically oriented. It makes no sense whatsoever for Oracle to take over ownership. And as it was pointed out on Morning Brew this morning, it is not ownership. The Wall Street Journal says Oracle will be TikTok's trusted tech partner, not acquirer. The full sale isn't expected to be part of the fine print. This just doesn't make any sense. So it isn't real. Okay? This is a smoke and mirrors for something much bigger. There is something amongst these companies, IBM, Oracle, Amazon, and Microsoft, and it all goes back to the $10 billion contract awarded for the Pentagon. That's what this is all about. It's not about TikTok. It's not about Facebook. But Facebook is going to be the winner, unless Google decides to go after it with YouTube. I won't be making part of that on my YouTube channel. So that's my take. Facebook's the winner. They're having the party. If you want to see more videos like this, don't know why you would, but if you do, go to I shouldn't have said that. Go to bestofusinvestors.com and sign up for our morning letter where I'll give you more of my insights into this crazy stock market we're dealing with. And then we'll invite you into our tribe. Our tribe is a collection right now of, we're approaching 50,000 subscribers that want to come together to give us better information, collective minds, I guess you would call it, of what's happening in the stock market and how we can benefit from it, give you maybe a little better understanding. And it's not all my opinion. Yeah, I'm the chief of the tribe, but if you go to Best of Us Investors, you'll be invited, as I said, to the Discord where the tribe meets, the tribe gathers on a daily basis and discusses things in more depth, and where you can ask questions. And I hold a live stream every other Thursday, and we openly to talk about where the opportunities are. We had a very interesting video, I thought, just yesterday about borrowing money to participate in the stock market. So we ask a lot of questions that maybe are in your mind, but you don't have a group of people who really are interested in what you're talking about. That's the world I live in. But I have you. I have you, the tribe, and we can talk about why Oracle is now going to be the trusted tech partner of TikTok, if this all comes to pass.